For the project to that stakeholder. Yeah, for that project to that stakeholder group.
Okay.
So it could be a group of people, or you could be talking about a person.
Okay.
This is as simple as I can make my world. A little bit of quiet time. I'm hoping some good ideas might have generated just by giving you some space to think. As you went through this activity, were there any activities that came to mind that perhaps you hadn't had planned, you hadn't thought of? Any examples? Yeah, so define there's a journey you're on and recognize it. Yeah, and even just that can be really important to, bring the change curve forward and let folks know. So define that journey, that path. Good. What else? What else? What else? What other activities or things that you, I call them interventions, whatever. What other actions might you take differently as you're strategically trying to think through how to move stakeholders from one stage in the change curve to the other? Reinforce the benefits. And what are some creative ways to reinforce benefits? Give me some examples.
Well, I would be focusing on the what's in it for me.
Yep.
With a few of my resistors.
Yep.
I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to flip them.
So reinforce the benefits, and you thought, hey, I'm going to start with some of my resistors. Yep. And I find sometimes just asking them, put it in your own words, right? What do you think those benefits might be? Can be really powerful. And that's an example of involving them as well, right? They wouldn't have been involved otherwise if you hadn't gone to them. What other examples? I saw you had lots of good notes on your papers. Yeah.
I put down a next step being a peer-to-peer. If it's an account manager level, take a supporter at the account manager level to train or consult with the other account managers.
Good. So some peer-to-peer interaction, right? And I'm sure a lot of you guys deploy the train the trainer concept, and that's another example of getting people involved beforehand, right? I'll tell you what, if you have to talk to someone or do some training or get up in front of a group of people, all of a sudden the level of importance for you personally, you're going to start learning more, right? Whether you like it or not, because you've been put in that position. So peer-to-peer, whether it's a conversation, whether it's something more formal, can be really, really powerful. And I find a lot of times, again, folks just don't get engaged because they're not forced to. They're kind of waiting for something to happen to them. So you have to make it happen to them, right? You have to ask them to step up. Hey, we've got a town hall meeting. Would you mind getting up in front, and maybe this is your influential resistor, would you mind getting up in front of the group and sharing what you think the benefits are, right? Right, just really, because these things won't happen naturally, right? That person isn't going to go, hey, in the town hall, let me tell you what I think, right? These things don't happen naturally. Did you notice in the keynote, we had some questions that were seeded, right? These things don't happen naturally. This is why we manage, right? What other good examples do you guys have? How are you guys writing? Yeah.
Show the process, because mine's task focused.
Yeah.
So show the process prior and then the end result with a new process.
Yep. Show it to them in some very visual way, right? Showing them the process. Here's how it was before. Here's what it's going to look like after. So showing them the process. And I don't know if you guys have seen another big trend is drawing, right? I don't know if you guys have seen those in conferences, like you'll be presenting and there's somebody actually drawing a visual depiction of what you're saying, because pictures, right, speak volumes. And so visually showing that process is helpful to get folks mentally, right, kind of from one stage to the other. And again, they may not like it, but you're informing them. You're taking the surprise out of it, which is setting expectations on what's going to happen beforehand. What else? What other good tips and tricks? Here's one.